Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Harrison Mungal. I'm a marriage counselor, a psychotherapist, and I have some news for you today. Just to give you a little background, I've been married for 27 years. We have 7 beautiful children. Our youngest is 14 and our eldest is 25. So we have a little bit of a seasoned background that we can bring you some good tips in the next couple minutes or so. And today I want to talk to you about the 3 little pigs. I'm sure that you who are watching, you're familiar with that story, the 3 little pigs. One pig built a house, I guess, in straw, one built in wood, and one built with brick. And when the bad wolf came and blew all the house down, the only one that stood was the house of brick. And the reason I want you to think about this story, I want you to think a little bit in regards to your marriage right now. What kind of house is your marriage being built on? Is it a house of straw? And a house of straw is a house that has no rules, a house where people do whatever they want to do. There are no boundaries, there are no limitations. We meet couples on a weekly basis who are struggling in a relationship, and some of their marriages are portrayed to be like it's being built on straws, where there are no boundaries, there are no limitations. Couples do what they want with each other. In fact, even though they're Christian couples, I was shocked to learn that because the marriage was struggling, that they decided that they can have other relationship in the marriage, just give it a try. And I thought, like, even you're Christian, like, God forbid these things. And this says, well, it's the time and age we're living in, we'll repent after. Well, you know, the reality is we cannot set ourselves up to fall. What we need to do is we need to analyze our marriage and see really what is it being built on. If it is being built on straws right now, I encourage you that we need to look at change in it, because straws means that God is not the foundation. Straws mean that there is no source of support whatsoever. So when the challenges of life comes by, that house is going to blow right down. The second one is the house of sticks. House of sticks. When I think of the house of sticks, yes, sticks are stronger than the straws, but sticks are also going to fall apart. It's also going to blow away. A little fire, any kind of altercations or disagreements, that whole house is going to just be consumed and it's going to be destroyed. And that's how marriages are today. They're falling apart left, right, and center. But God's intention is when you're married, that marriage is going to be together until death do you part. And I really sincerely believe that we need to be able to hold our marriage together. So if you're building your marriage, or it appears that you have some foundation but it's not strong enough, because when the pressure comes you just feel like you're falling apart, it may simply mean that marriage is being built on sticks. God's ultimate plan is for the house to be built on bricks. And I'll tell you what the house of bricks, when I picture the house of bricks, is all about. I picture the house of brick where prayer becomes a foundation in the marriage, where your husband and the wives, couples learn to pray together, not just when it's challenging time and there are difficulties in the relationship, but pray on a regular basis and teach the children the concept of prayer. You know, my wife, every morning at 7 o'clock or 7:05, I believe, she gets the kids downstairs and we do morning devotions every single morning. And if the kids miss coming down for devotion, she takes the phone away, or they're given, some things are taken away, curfews maybe, in order to be able to maintain this house of brick. I, as a husband, what I do every single day, I do devotions and I communicate with the kids on a regular basis. So when you look at your marriage right now, I want you to think about, is it a house of straw? Is it a house of wood? Or is it a house of brick? God's intention is your marriage will be strong and healthy, because God's plan is that your marriage stay the way He designated. I hope you enjoyed this little session. God bless you, and thank you so much for joining me.